Hello everybody, this is emmavoid, back once again with a little bit of a different version of my Let's Plays than usual. See, I accidentally lost all of the recording, the audio voice recording when recording this episode, and I feel a little bad about it, but you know what? We make do with what we can, and yeah. So I'm just gonna, basically watch the episode with you guys and give commentary on it. I absolutely love when I get to sneak up on these guys. They're just standing there. I'm just hanging from a ladder. It's amazing.
10 eggs remain. Move quickly.
Ah, these eggs. The eggs drove me kind of crazy, I'm gonna admit.
For some reason, they couldn't get a hold of my mind the way they could the rest. So when I found the remains of the data wafer near the crater back on Tau Ceti, I didn't say a word. I just slipped it into my belt and thought, Dr. Polito will know what to do with this.
Data wafers. So I guess that guy's the one who's to blame for, to thank, either way, for Shodan winding up here. Oh yeah. I was like, hey, I thought I got you. Oh, wait, nope. Bong. The first time I've actually gotten my butt kicked by one of those things. I didn't realize they were that strong. Also, first appearance of our invisible spider friends. I really don't like them. Also, who made all of these worm guns? Seriously. Like, the guy was like, yeah, I made a worm gun, it's cool. But, like, where'd the other ones come from? Alright, also, new type of turret, and I was like, wait, what the hell? What is this thing? Yeah, this is just like a regular turret. I don't know why they suddenly introduced a new kind of turret, but, you know, whatever.
Do you think you can defeat us with your wire
and steel?
We offered you the ecstasy of our union, and you chose the vacuum of technology.
It's funny to me that they were like, you chose technology, and then they're using technology against me still. And it's like, seriously? Always fun to get the drop on these guys. And funny when things get the drop on me too.
Destroy the last one of their eggs quickly. I tire of this exercise.
I do gotta say, it's kind of a random mechanic for this chunk of the game of just, hey, there's a bunch of special eggs.
We feel there is room for us to coexist.
Ah yes, the bargaining stage.
Children of flesh. Why not join with us
Against the machine, Mother.
Unit X-265 compromised.
This device will reverse the gravitronic generators in Pod 2. This will prevent you from clumsily disturbing the overloaded Meson acceleration coil there. Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared, and my patience is dwindling.
Get back to work. Yes, ma'am. Ah, and here's where I made my mistake. I was looking around, I was like, yeah, I think I got everything in here. We're good. Okay, time to leave. Note, it was not in fact time to leave, and I had not, in fact, gotten everything. Ugh.
Unit A694 compromised.
The worms are everywhere. Captain Diego is the one who let them in. Nobody knows who to trust anymore. Nobody's even sure who's human anymore. I've blown out the access ladders in the torpedo room to restrict access to Pod 2. Let's hope that holds them back. As long as we're alive and drawing a paycheck from the Navy, those bastards are not getting the Rickenbacker.
I mean, what is human anyway? Also, I like how drawing a paycheck is the important part. You're in space, a million
Simpson,
miles from
Malone,
Earth.
Shandera, and Perez are dead. At least those are the ones we know for sure. Those bastards sabotaged the Meson acceleration coil. They blew out the entire driver core, 6 subdecks. From what I can tell, somebody tapped the frequency resonator to refract human-sized movements. The overload of all those people moving around must have blown the resonator. We set up a magnetic shield, and the ship's still functional. Barely. I've quarantined the entrance to Pod 2. The secondary coil is right there, and I don't know how thorough the son of a bitch who did this was.
It's weird to me that, like, we get all of this info via
Security
these
system
notes, but also, just, it's the same info we got from Shodan? I don't know. Whatever.
Until I can reverse the gravitronic generators, we're effectively cut off from Pod 2. Wozchek's email said the only way to do that is by resetting the power grid from the access station in engine cell B.
And it's like, yeah, I
He
did
didn't
that.
volunteer to do it himself. What a goddamn mess.
Like, why, like, I guess maybe the point is just to be like, yeah, they had an idea of what to do, but then died. And so Shodan being all, oh, this is what you have to do, I am omniscient, and that's how I know, is just her being full of shit, like usual.
Aboard.
Always funny to get startled. And then I was like, ah! You were hiding there. What a jerk. Okay, that's dealt with. Whoops! Ah. Speaking of surprise. I was not expecting 3 of these guys to just show up out of nowhere at once. Oh yeah, this place is hot. I should probably, do something about that. I do kind of like this a little bit. Like, it's silly. Seriously, that's... You just have a button that just shoots the torpedoes. That's it. It's just... Yep. That's it, it's just a button. But also, it is kind of cool that I got to shoot some torpedoes.
Power drained.
Only one egg remains.
Just one more
Insect,
egg.
Are you always this slow?
Yeah. But yeah, one more egg. Who knows where that egg could possibly be? And then I decided it was time for some pro gamer strats. And we got access to all the video games. Even though I couldn't quite figure out how to control all of them. But whatever. Nice that they've got Tetris. I really don't like how floaty the controls are, though. Like, 3 out of 10. Why is this pig dropping bacon? I do not understand. Super Pig Turbo C Alpha, here we go. Best game of the bunch, 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, we went through a thing and it's like, wait, why is everything upside down now? Because we switched everything in Pod B.
Prepare to be cut down by the progeny of our joy.
That's apparently what we did, I guess. And that guy is the progeny of our joy, so are we gonna get like a new end time or? Nope.
Would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you. And I, who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace. Your flesh, too, is weak. But you have potential. Every implant exalts you. Every line of code in your subsystems elevates you from your disgusting flesh. Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from existence, we can examine the possibilities of a real alliance.
A real alliance? This was a lie, of course. That was a nice little touch. I like that. Then I was like, oh, whoops, time to run. Then I came back and murdered it. Like you do. Skipping over dealing with all of those jerks. I do gotta say, this is an interesting little, like, chapel. But I don't entirely understand why it's on the military ship.
Genie of Citadel Station is out of the bottle, and I am the cause. I can't bear to be Pandora, and I'm not brave enough to wait around and see the death and misery I have caused. This is my last transmission, my friend. Be careful. I think Shodan has plans for you.
Oh, by the way, I had it mixed up. Polito was the one we saw who had already died, and Delacroix was the one who had not died until we found her dead already. That's just how this game goes, really. Also more invisible spiders. Because why not?
Those worms were a cancer in my body, so I had the autodoc cut it out. You think they're gonna let you blow up the Von Braun? The many will never allow it. I've got something to help you. It's in my quarters. You'll find the access card on my body. Keep the fight to them, soldier. And remember, you're the only one to trust.
Yeah, I have no idea where this guy's quarters are. Like, are they supposed to be on the military ship or back on the other ship? I don't know. But whatever. It is what it is, I guess. I do still really like how they made this whole little level upside down. It's an interesting touch.
Before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black
Oh yeah!
eggs.
Hey, look at that! I never did finish off that last egg. Where was it? Was it somewhere in this ladder area? And I just missed it? No. No, it was back here in the first area. So I don't understand why they let me move on from this first area when I hadn't gotten all the eggs. But, you know, whatever. Oh, hi there. That was an entertaining mistake. I do love shooting things from ladders, though. When I can. There it goes. Every time. And there we are, the final egg. Given what happens later, I'm not entirely sure why she had us destroy all of the eggs.
You've destroyed all the eggs.
But whatever.
Now, get to the bridge.
Here are some more upgrade modules.
I enjoy watching
The way she
their
whispers,
transformation
"Here's some more
into
modules."
my own image, insect. Perhaps there is hope for you yet.
And she's like, maybe I'll treat you nicely if you just finish doing all this work for me. Yeah, it's definitely not the case. I do love how weird this place sounds. And of course, always important to save just in case.
Hold where you are, irritant. The annelids have tried my patience for the final time. We cannot separate the Von Braun. Observe. Observe the many. It has used the flesh of the biomass to
Oh, yeah.
grow.
At some point I should actually go back
Stand
and see
in
what that
awe of
email
my creations,
had.
insect. The time has come to eradicate my error.
Because I imagine it's got a picture or something.
An escape pod in the rear of the bridge. Use it to launch yourself into the guts of the worm.
Ah, yes. Worm guts. Just what I want. Oh yeah, also I decided to just go ahead and pick the speed boost. Because why not? You know? Yep. This place sure sounds friendly. So I guess that way to the escape pod, singular. That way to the bridge. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do what she told us to do. Escape pod. One lone escape pod up here by the bridge for some reason. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Don't you think? Also, this bit's entertaining. She didn't lie. You just shoot yourself into the guts of the worm. Ah, yeah.
The many hold sway here. Even I cannot maintain contact. You are on your own, human. Fail me not.
One of the flying things dragged me and David here last night. I don't remember much about the trip. I guess I must have blocked it out, half-conscious most of the time. I keep remembering the part from Pinocchio, you know, where the old man goes looking for the puppet inside the whale. Except I don't think anyone's coming in here to save me.
Hey, lucky you. I wound up here. I'm sure we'll get to save somebody, right? Right?
We welcome you to our biomass. We invite
You to spread yourself out on our warmth.
one of our many will be there to help you before long.
Oh yeah, just spread yourself out. Laze around for a bit. Real inviting. And then I found out I should probably be a little more careful. On the bright side, lots of corpses to loot that they dragged here to consume. And then it's like, oh hey, what's this thing up here? Oh, I can kill it. I want to break more of their stuff. Unfortunately, there wasn't very much of their stuff to break. I kept trying, though.
Now I'm convinced that this many, as it calls itself, indeed has a centralized nervous system, which means it would have to have some kind of centralized control. To this end, I've gathered as many weapons as I could and stashed them in caches. One of the beasts discovered a cache and apparently mistook it for food. It simply brought it into the quarantine room.
Food.
The arterial passageways are blocked by some kind of sphincter.
I followed the nerves that threaded out of the walls from the blockage. They lead to a pair of nerve clusters. When the passageway is open, the cluster seems to contract. Conversely, I wonder if I was able to destroy both clusters. It would open the blockage permanently. I'm anxious to see the rest of this beast.
It is neat to get to hear all of Prefontaine's thoughts. Also, more worm guns! Oh my god. Like, there's supposed to be just the one worm gun. Where'd the other ones come from? I mean, I get it. They didn't want me to lose out on the chance to use it just because I left behind the first one, but still.
The machine mother cannot help you inside the biomass.
Radiation hazard.
Her coldness is welcome within the warmth of our flesh.
Radiation hazard.
Yep, and for some reason, not only is this place full of liquid, which is gross,
Items dropped.
they decided to bring along some toxic waste too?
Health low.
Just cuz? Also that item I dropped, that weapon, I have no idea what it does. But at some point, I maybe will figure out. I don't know. Even if it's just after I've already beaten the game and have to go look it up on a...
You tear our very flesh.
With no thought of compassion. Do you think we will sit idly by?
While you corrupt the very womb of our existence.
Radiation hazard.
On the bright side, just in case we need to research stuff, they swallowed a chemical area just because, I guess. So that's cool. And even here, there are the swarms of bugs. Of course.
You seek your associates, but you cannot find them.
You are so very alone. How does it feel
To be one.
against the infinite?
I mean, it would have been nice if I could have found some of them, but you know.
There's some kind of horrible grinding noise in the next area. It sounds like chewing. I think I know what's going to happen here. This is some kind of digestive tract of a very, very large animal. I go back and forth between being fascinated and terrified.
I hear
The
a
creatures
chewing noise.
A remarkable discovery. I wish I could only live long enough to learn more.
I think I know what's coming next. Yeah. I mean, not sure what you'd expect, honestly. I do like how just weird this place is, though. It's like, oh. Pit surrounded by teeth-ish. And a giant tooth pillar. That's cool. Also, one of those totally looks like the crystal sword. Which I'm imagining is the points. They're saying, like, this is the sort of place those come from. I don't know. And then I was like, oh hey, there's a corpse in there. Can I go in to grab it? Yeah, I should be fine. Oh. Oh no.
Health low.
I was not, in fact, fine. Through the magic of editing,
Five minutes
come back
ago,
and do it right.
One of those large, burly creatures dragged Claudette towards the sound of the grinding. Apparently, the animal uses smaller creatures to help move food along its digestive tract. I tried to help Claudette, but it wasn't even a contest. And I'm ashamed to admit, I judged that seeing what happened to her was a vital element of my studies here. I imagine I won't won't have the opportunity to record any observations when it comes my turn.
The teeth pillars are kind of weird. It is a nice touch that you occasionally get to hear somebody screaming in the distance, though. The most terrifying thing. Platforming. Nah, I got it, it's fine. Wasn't too bad. I was surprised that there was only one nerve cluster for this sphincter, but you know, whatever. It's cool. I'm not gonna complain. Definitely not gonna complain about how those mooks just run back and forth sometimes when I'm killing them.
We feel you moving inside of us. The sensation is repulsive.
Oh, don't worry. I'm definitely not a fan of the sensation either. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna finish this up for you as soon as possible.
Besides the parasitic behavior evidenced in the life cycle of the human annelid hybrids, it's becoming clear to me that Shodan has bred the many to use humans for other purposes. First of all, the many clearly has the capability to convert human flesh to energy. It can eat us, but it can also directly use us in the creation of its egg pods. Corpses are fed into some kind of tubular structure, and eggs are birthed through a nearby tube. I've been unable to determine whether the organism is directly converting the corpses into egg structures or not, but it's clear that there's some connection between the nutrient pool we provide and the eggs that are being produced.
I mean, yeah. Duh. Seems kind of obvious to me, but whatever.
While I don't understand the annelid life cycle fully, it's clearly extremely diverse. The eggs produce either a male or a female spore. The male, the drones, are wasp-like creatures. The female are worm-like annelids that seek out a host to infect. Following infection, the host begins to transform into a human annelid hybrid. From that point, the life form can take numerous paths. I believe this path is determined by the many itself. The creatures have communicated their need to grow the biomass, so I imagine that biological material is their primary resource. Therefore, each path has costs and benefits. The proto-arachnid is extremely quick and potentially relatively cheap in biomass. The hulking fleshy ones are powerful, but are clearly a larger investment. I've observed only one example of the floating organisms. The only comfort is that the more dangerous organisms are quite costly to produce, limiting their numbers.
Love me a good info dump. I know, hey! More swarms. Wonderful. Also, does it really count as a hybrid if they're not actually, like, breeding? Not hybridizing? It's just more of a, like a...
Your time is running out.
Yeah.
This place is a world where we grow our future.
Weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
Now don't you wish you joined us? Would you then feel so alone?
I mean, it's really more of like a parasite situation, don't you think? Also, geez, this place is creepy as heck. And I guess they did have a point, but I was running kind of low on ammo.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
So I bought a bunch of ammo.
With only a a few short years of evolution, they've been able to conquer this starship, mankind's mightiest creation. Where were we after 40 years of evolution? What swamp were we swimming around in, single-celled and mindless? What if Shodan's creations are superior to us? What will they become in 1 million years, in 10 million years? What's clear is that Shodan shouldn't be allowed to play God. She's far too good at it.
That's a pretty funny line.
It's clear that this thing I'm trapped inside is intimately linked with all the organisms I observed on board the Von Braun. Strike that. This creature is the same organism. Perhaps the best way to describe it, or perhaps the only way I can comprehend it, is that the organism serves to perform the highest mental functions of the entire species. The smaller creatures exist only to enact its will. Now, strike that too. All the specimens act as a whole, like different organs in a single body, with this entity acting primarily as a brain. If one were to destroy this large specimen, I wonder, would it snuff out all the others?
That's a good question. Yep. I was, not excited to see this. But you know, you do what you gotta do. Am I right past me? What you gotta do is save before you jump down any pits.
The end is near.
Soon you
Shall see our final face.
but do not despair.
Surely the void is preferable to your pointless, solitary struggle.
It really did seem like they had more of their monsters on the ships than here inside of their biomass. I was like, oh geez, this thing's a jerk. I should try to find its source brain thing. Where is it? Oh wait. Maybe I should come back. Little did I know.
I'm being taken away now. It's my turn. I'm being dragged into some kind of chamber. The ceiling is aligned with a number of panels, bristling with what appear to be stalactites or teeth. The creature's put me down now. He's leaving. I'm spared. What's going on? It's dark in here. I can hear the moans of someone. Claudette? Is that you? I seem to have stepped into something soft, slippery. Stalactites.
To shreds, you say? And hey, look! We found their core. I'm a little embarrassed about how long it took me to realize that shooting it like that wasn't actually hurting it. But eventually, I was like, oh wait a second, those things are flashing. I should blow them up.
Do you know what you have wrought? Our tragedy is
Written by your hand.
How are you still talking to me after I just killed all of you? Like, seriously. Also, how are you talking to me in the first place? Like, nothing ever explains why it is that the many is contacting me, but like never contacted any of the other humans? Is it because of the implants?
Die. Beware the machine mother. She is a stranger.
She is a stranger to everything we cherish.
It is interesting that they, like, with their dying breath, warn you about not trusting her. Not that it really comes of anything, but, like, yeah, duh, of course I'm not going to trust her. She made you guys, why would I trust her?
Thank you for running my errands, puppet. I know you have
Struggled, but I never had any intention of destroying the Von Braun.
The Von Braun's faster-than-light drive can be used to create pockets of proto-reality.
I am now using it to modify reality
To my own specifications.
The process shall not take long. If it sounds unpleasant to you, put your mind at ease, insect. You will not survive to see my new world order.
Ah yes, to nobody's surprise, the big scary AI who lies a lot was in fact lying. Again. So that's cool. But anywho, this brings us to the end. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to come back next time where I'll actually record things properly. And, yeah. Oh, and all the YouTube stuff, etc. Doobly-doo. Bye!